Is that you? Oh, it's not straight. What? Unbelievable.
You see it right there.
Okay, I'm going to call the Thursday, June 8th, the regular meeting of the Stonington Board of Commissioners meeting to order and to stand for postal flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remarks to the public. Is there anyone here that is not here to speak on something that's already on the agenda? We'll push this to speak. Okay, we'll move into the agenda now. Correspondence, there's no correspondence tonight. On the new business, first one we have is St. Michael's School Annual 5K Road Race and 1 mile fun. Everybody here talk about that? Come on out. Just tell us your name.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Used to be Zoom, it's much better. My name's Beth Kennedy, and my co-director is Michelle Perkins, and so we're on to our 14th annual 5K run race and 1 mile fun run, and it's scheduled for November 4 of 2023 for the St. Michael's School.
This is an event that's been going on for a number of years. They have submitted their plans to the commission, and we also have our certificate of coverage. Is there any of the commissioners that have any questions for the applicant? Chief? Yes, sir. Okay. And we have a motion to approve this event as submitted to the commission, subject to the meeting of the town's insurance requirements and any other issues that the police department determines are needed prior to the day of the event. So moved. All in favor? Second, and all in favor?
Thank you, everyone.
Good luck.
We appreciate everyone's support that day. Every single year, thank you.
Okay. Ocean Promotion River Goal. Excuse me, sir.
Good evening, Lisa Dickey, Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce, and our events manager submitted an application for the annual river flow. It's been going on for more than 20 years in the heart of downtown Westerly and Stonington. We basically put floating bonfires on the Pawcatuck River, bring in all sorts of interesting free family entertainment, don't charge anyone for anything, and have a good, safe time. Basically a block party run by a lot of volunteers and some public service folks that are helping us in terms of the fire departments, etc., light the fires, extinguish the fires, remove them from the river, and clean up at the end of the night. So we are hoping to continue this tradition because it's a huge economic impact for our two-state downtown.
How many years have you been doing this now?
I want to say 25, but I don't have the application in front of me. Grace was supposed to be presenting tonight, and she got held up.
August 5th, the commissioners have any quick questions for the applicant?
I just want to thank you because you do a lot that's so creative and it does draw people in our businesses need, right, into the downtown. So thank you.
Thank you.
Chief, you have any questions?
Can I just have one about this? Wesley Police Department participating in this as well?
They were aware of it, no, I'm not sure if they do traffic down there.
They normally have at least one person, whether it's reserve or one of their regular officers downtown, just to be residents.
We have a motion to approve this event as submitted to the commission, subject to the meeting of the town's insurance requirement, and we do have the certificate of liability insurance already, and then the issues that the police department determines are needed prior to the day of the event. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you. Hope to see you all there.
Looking forward to it. Take care. Just the- Okay. The next thing on the agenda is the Stonehenge Historical Society July 4th parade. We've been in contact with them, this is for July 4th. We have their insurance certificate, we have both insurance certificates for the parade. Chief, do you have any questions, any issues?
No, they've been very good with contact and talking to us.
Okay, we normally assign one police officer to this event for that, right? Any of the commissioners have any questions about that? Have a motion to approve the event is submitted to the commission, subject to the meeting of the insurance certificates, and they have those submitted. And any issues that the police department may become needed prior to the event. So,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Next thing under old business, this is the Stonington Village Fair. The Stonington Village Fair came before us last month, and we did not have a quorum here, unfortunately, because one of our members had to abstain because of involvement with that. So I'd like to have a motion that we approve this event based on the submissions from last month. So motion to approve this event is submitted to the commission, and they have submitted their insurance certificate and any issues that the police department require. A motion for that? So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would you let them know, Deputy, that they're approved? Thank you. Question now is parking on Broadway.
My name is David Benvenuti. I'm a member of the Mystic Congregational Church. And there are two indents on Broadway, one on each side of the street. This is the one that's next to the Memorial Garden that we'd like to get in question. I'd like to get kind of some kind of answer to if we can. It's 75 feet long. I measured it. There are driveways on both ends. Okay. The one on the, let's see, that'd be, I guess, the north side, the bigger driveway. Yeah, well, the bigger driveway is wide, and that's not as big a problem, at least we haven't heard from that. The one with a little house there that's in between the bank and the Memorial Garden, that's narrow. It's got an apron that comes out like this. Did they send you the pictures too?
Yeah, we all have this.
Okay. And what happens sometimes is there are no defined spaces there at all. And what happens is 3 or 4, when it gets to 4 cars, sometimes the back of one car is hanging over the apron a little bit, and the tenant there has been really nice. And he says, can you do something about getting it so that I can get out? He says, I never make a left turn to go downtown. I always make the right turn to go the other way, which is harder to do. And I said, well, we'll try. So I went to Public Works, and they said, oh, first you got to go see your folks, and then they'll tell us what to do. I said, okay. So I'm here. What we'd like is
We're out there today, and took a look at that. And I think the best thing that we could do is we'll refer that to Public Works, we'll approve it, Public Works will look at that and determine how many parking spaces they can actually put in there.
Okay.
And I think that's, because they'll know, because there's a certain size that they have to come to legally about how they can be. They can't cut that down.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
that's my suggestion. The commissioners have any questions?
If they wanted to, like we were talking, if they wanted to do like where the apron comes out there and do some yellow there too,
I'll look at that.
that would help too probably. I don't know if that's part of what you guys can do or.
Well, the deputy's going to go out there with them when we talk to Public Works.
Okay.
He's very familiar with it, and we'll take a look at that, and whatever they can put in, they'll put in.
Okay. Then put some lines here, so.
Yep.
And shame on them if they park in the wrong place, so. It's
Can I have a motion to pass this on to Public Works to look at the parking in Broadway to see how many parking spaces they can mark in that area? So moved. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Would you, should I give it to Public Works or you folks my phone number or something? I'll meet somebody there.
We'll handle it from here, and then if we have a question on it, we'll give you a ring and we'll meet you out there.
Oh, okay.
The information, our secretary has everything. The contacts, you know who we are, so we need
You know, I don't know. I've been here before. Yeah.
We'll take care of it for you.
Thank you.
Also under traffic, we have, the 11 Cotter Street, pedestrian street, and they were in before us. The chief and the deputy and I went down there and looked at the, situation down there, what's happening. They have to almost reconstruct that entire building. Because when they started to do what they were gonna do, they found out that the supports for the building were not enough to sustain the building as presently has been built. The supports have been changed from outside the walls to inside the walls. So as a result of that, it's gonna be like a 18-month project. And the requirement for OSHA is that they have when they're working on that building, that they have a 25-foot setback. So, it's going to affect to some degree the parking that's there. Because when they have the 25-foot setback, they have to still maintain a walkway. So, that's going to affect the availability of large vehicles to park in that area. They're only going to be working from Monday through Friday. They will not be working on weekends. They'll be finished early on Fridays. So we've already looked at this and approved their safety plan. This is an informational thing to tell you that we did go out there and take a look at it. We thought we would do some other things. In other words, maybe make a crosswalk going across the other side, and we found that wasn't feasible. So, do any of the commissioners have any questions about this? There's like 6.
Yeah, but I don't think they're giving them.
They're not giving you up, it's just going to change.
They're just, when they're doing the actual construction, because they have to have the small area, kick out 25 feet, that when they do that, that's just gonna reduce the size of those lots, and it's just really the pedestrians to get them around, and they'll have a way to get them around in the beginning while they're doing the construction, and when they leave, they'll move it back, keep them off the sidewalk.
So while they're working, 6 spots will be missing. And then when they finish for the day and the weekends, if they're not working holidays, like the chief said, the sidewalk gets moved in. And then there are six existing spots that are compact car size.
Okay.
So I think we're not 22 feet.
Yeah, you're not gonna put a massive SUV there, like a Suburban, but normal vehicles will be in the park.
So every night you'll get those back,
Yes.
and then Friday afternoon through Sunday night?
Yeah. You know, we want to make sure that those parking spaces were available for the business use on Cotter Street. So we're very concerned about that. That's why we took such a hard look at this, you know. We didn't want to have them, you know, they initially wanted to leave fences out there all the time. And we told them, no, you can't do that. You have to move back if we need the parking spaces for business.
That's why I'm here. I'm just so I hear firsthand. Is this going to expect?
Tell the lady your name.
Sure. I'm Matthew Bedoin, and I own this Not Work 2 doors down from this. Just the curiosity, is it going to be the full 18 months or just during a refacing, or what's the timeline for this
She
procedure?
said they're going to be working on a building for 18 months.
So that OSHA compliance is for the 18 months roughly?
It just depends on when they're doing the phase of the building, that's when they have to have that 25 feet to go out. When they're done with that phase, wherever that falls in, then that can be modified.
So more realistically, a few months, not a year and a half. Okay, that's fair.
When they tear the roof off, and like the chief said, the face, they have to have a 25-foot fall zone, and that will alter things, but they won't be using it as a storage area or anything like that, so it'll be available parking other than when they're working on the area that's going to be the danger.
Yeah, I'm just asking because I'm so close to, I'm going to be asked by everybody else, so I should know what's going on, so
Yeah,
I can give accurate information.
And they've been just wonderful about giving us all the information, working with us, putting it together, and their main concern is just the safety for everybody around, so it was really nice to hear.
Yeah, they're good neighbors. They're good neighbors.
Yeah. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Okay, next is approval of minutes. I have a motion to approve the minutes from the Thursday, May 11th regular meeting. The minutes are received in your package. Someone second?
Second.
All in favor? Report of the chief.
The budget is in very good shape. Each line item is in very good shape. We were expecting to be over in the overtime for regular officers based on the 3 vacancies. We had homicide investigation that came to testimony, which our detective division did an amazing job. And they were there for long time, so overtime for that, overtime for fires. There's a lot of things that came in with it. We had a few times I had to call in officers early for shift or keep officers over based on the activity levels, the arrest being made, and not having anybody on the road. With all that said, when you take May 23rd of 2022 and May 23rd of 2023, and you take into account the slight increase in overtime between the 2 budgets, and where we are, we're just under like $2,000 where we were at that time. With more things going on, we've been working with it myself, the deputy chief and the captain, that we changed that whole overtime way of looking at it and seeing it and working together with Lieutenant Peckham in the scheduling. And because I believe that coordination, we look really good right now. So our transfer request last year was $66,000 at the Board of Finance meeting. This year we asked for $70,000. So that is a good gauge of where we are and how we're managing it. So I'm very proud of what all the men and women have been doing under, we have many people that are out for extended, I won't say many, we have 6 positions that are vacant right now. They're not being filled on patrol that we have to backfill. And with that kind of pressure on them and still patrolling around, I can't say enough good things about them for that and to be responsible for our budget. And that's the only thing I had asked for this year that was expected, so we're in good shape. Monthly report, I don't have anything unless you have any questions on it.
You want to mention the swearing in?
Sure. So on June 26th at 10 a.m., we'll be swearing in 3, potentially 3, after this evening's interview, we'll know more, but potentially 3 new police officers that will be attending the academy July 7th. So it'll be an event. Quite a few people here if you're interested in available to attend.
And that's an exciting time for us to fill those positions. That was an incredible amount of work for the deputy chief and the department as a whole, recruitment and whatnot, for the police department to be whole that way and get it that way. We're excited about that. One thing I just want to say about the special events, myself and Natalie have been working, my secretary working very hard on putting together our event schedule to have it more open to the event organizers. So now we're at a point where it should be placed online, hopefully for next year, our upcoming events next year. It'll be where they can see exactly where they are, what the proposed dates are, what paperwork is needed, and then they can see updates of what we're doing. We've created an email address that's just for events, so it can be organized, and historically we can go through it, a lot of organization with that. So we hope to roll that out at the beginning of the year, and once we do that, to streamline that event, and then you all can actually get on and take a look and see where we are if you have questions about it also.
That's great.
Thank you.
I just want to make mention that I see Captain Snyder's here. Captain Snyder's been working very diligently over the last year with the harbor masters, because we do have some issues with harbor masters and their ability to remove some derelict boats and boats that are moored improperly. And just when I have an opportunity, I did get a couple calls from some of the harbor masters. I just want to thank you very much. Great job, and hopefully we'll get this thing going. You might make any comments about that at all?
Yeah, it's a lengthy process, but we're looking to kind of move through and implement some consistency among all the harbor masters and how we approach it from a town standpoint. The burden really becomes, it falls on the municipality to have the boat removed, and the harbor masters have some ability, but they end where enforcement begins. And ultimately, we'd like to resolve them without having the town seize these vessels, because then the burden is obviously insurance, the haul out, the remediation of fuel, and things like that. So we're making some good steps. We had a meeting today with the Selectmen's office and with the harbor masters, and we'll push forward with the town attorneys over the course of the winter. And hopefully by next summer at this time, we're talking about a whole new procedure that's beneficial for everyone.
Great, thank you.
And I received a call from the first line, woman's office today, just to see how appreciative she was of all the work.
Consent agenda, is there a letter for,
Yep, just one letter for you guys to review, and some good work when it came to
can I have a motion to accept the report of the chief and the consent agenda? So, second,
Second?
all in favor? Now I need a motion to go into executive session pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 1-200-6 regarding interviews to fill open positions in Stone PD for officers and dispatchers. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're in executive session. Upstairs. She's taking a name? This is just my spelling, my name.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm not gonna be here next month. Diana's gonna fill in for me. Diana. I'll be out for a surgery that week, so she's gonna step in. Which she was the one that did it before I did, so yeah. The only new thing is gonna be this computer.